Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally back, but unfortunately not with the best news. In case you guys haven't seen on my Instagram, we lost Ilo the end of May. I wanted to address the whole situation before posting new vids or videos that I have already filmed. Because it would be too weird for me to just continue like nothing happened. You might remember from my last video that Idol started chewing the playpen. So it was really weird, his behavior was kind of weird. I noticed that he was dropping weight as well. So I made a vet appointment. Initially, I thought he might have like a vitamin deficiency, something that wasn't right with the amount of minerals and vitamins he was taking in. So I went to the vet, explained the whole situation a bit. She thought it might be that as well, because he was, for as far as I could tell at that point in time, he was eating normally, drinking normally, just like the chewing behavior and the constant licking on our hands or face and stuff. He was licking us all the time, and I thought like he wants the salt, the minerals of our face. So that's how I kind of thought, you know, it might be some deficiency. We started off with trying some kind of minerals, vitamins to add to their daily diet. It was like a powder that's based on seaweed and it has added vitamins and minerals, and I had to give like a fourth of a scoop every day with their food, and it kind of helped Ilo, I thought at first, because it looked like he was getting a bit fuller again and he had a bit more energy again. But after a couple of weeks he wasn't gaining enough weight, and that's when I started weighing him again, and I noticed that he was actually probably not gaining any or barely any, and I could just see, like I could see it in his eyes and how he was behaving, that he was not feeling well. During all of that, we were also going through a very difficult introduction process, thanks to little Mr. Bowie here, but I will tell you all about that in a different video. So it was just kind of hard to see like if he was behaving normally or if there were any differences, because there were already a lot of differences in behavior caused by the very lengthy introduction. I just, you know, started to doubt like what's going on, what can I do? So we saw the vet again. That's when we both started to think like there might actually be something wrong with his teeth. Dropping weight suggests that he is not taking in enough food. Not eating enough is often a problem caused in the mouth or teeth. When I went back to the vet, she felt his teeth, and she actually felt that one of his bottom teeth was kind of loose. So she wanted to make she actually wanted to put him under anesthesia so she could have a decent look inside his mouth and see if the tooth was broken inside or it was actually just loose or anything. I saw her right before the weekend, and the appointment was on Tuesday after the weekend. So during that weekend, between our second visit and the appointment for the anesthesia, it got bad very, very quickly. So like on Saturday, I noticed that he was much more lethargic, sleeping, just not feeling well. I could tell by his behavior how he was sitting. And then Sunday in the afternoon, I could see that his breathing was getting worse. He had more of a heavy breath. So I was doubting, of course that continued through Monday, and I was doubting to call the vet on Monday and to actually tell her that his bleeding was so bad. It was actually a holiday that day, and I thought, you know what, we're going in tomorrow morning very early anyway. He was scheduled as the first client, so I thought, let's just go tomorrow and see what she says. I was already expecting it to not be very great news. And Tuesday morning, went to the vet, told her like he's actually not looking good at all. She was actually shocked herself that his breathing got that bad so quickly, and it can get really bad really quickly with rats. Like a couple of hours can switch your rat around. You can literally lose them in a couple of hours. And she was like, okay, I'm not going to put him under anesthesia in this condition because he will certainly not survive that. So she took x-rays with her assistant without anesthesia, and on that they could see a lot of scarring in the lungs. So she showed me the pictures too, and I think like 70% of his lungs were colored in these white foggy spots, which is scarring of the lungs. It could have been tumors actually, she told me, or it can also be caused when they choke on food. So when they choke and the food goes into their respiratory system, into their lungs, it can cause infections, which brings the scarring with it. At that point she said, you know, the scarring is at this level that I don't think that you will be able to live a comfortable life. So she still suggested to me that we could try a heavy antibiotic and see if he would react to it, but at that point he had lost so much weight. I think he didn't even weigh 300 grams anymore. We could see that he was feeling weak and he was in pain. And the chance of the antibiotics helping him were so small that I decided not to have him go through that. I decided to do the kindest thing for him, which was to put him to sleep. I haven't really come to peace with it, to be honest, because I somehow have that feeling that I discovered way too late that it was an actual problem with his teeth, and it was already too far down the line by the time we actually could diagnose it. You know, I missed some clues, I missed some signs from him to me that there was more going on. Also, you know, because of his age, he was barely like 1 year and a half. I think he was 1 year and 5 months. And you know, they have very short lifespans in general, but 1 year and 5 months is earlier than average. Let me get myself together. So yeah, that just shows that it's very hard to diagnose rats and just any small pet in general. Rats are a prey animal. They tend to hide when they are in pain, when they don't feel good. I'm sure that Ailo was eating through the pain of his teeth while he still could, so that's why I didn't notice it was an actual problem with his teeth. Owning pets is not all roses and rainbows. It's very hard sometimes. It takes a lot out of you as an owner, and even when you try the best, sometimes, I'm not gonna say like sometimes it's not enough, because in some cases you just can't do any more than you're already doing. I feel like I can always do better, of course, but yeah. Yeah, where I'm trying to go with this is that this for me was just like another wake-up call that Signs of discomfort can be very, very small, can be easily overlooked. You know, if you doubt, it might be better to go to the vet one time too many than wait too long. I'm not saying that I waited too long, just that I didn't pick up the signs in time to be able to actually help Ailo. I feel like this video is all over the place and it was really awkward. I'm sorry that you have to look at me crying. I wanted to be honest about this, about how I've been feeling about it the past months. It's also one of the main reasons I haven't been active on YouTube, Instagram. I'm gonna stop rambling now because it's still going nowhere. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, by the way. We're almost at 8,000 followers, which is insane to me, especially because I've been so lazy and so lacking on here. So really, thank you all so much for sticking around. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can send me a message on Instagram at DIYPetsLife. Going on forward, I will be sharing more rat videos, of course. You might still see some footage of Ailo and some, because I already had some recorded before he passed away. Of course, I still have to introduce Appa and Bowie to you guys as well. So I think that will be the next video, and I'll hope to see you then. Bye guys.